Peace to all beings. We are here to relay some information. We'll be talking with this one called Thunder to express himself. He says, "Thunder is my name, my mommy gave me same. Thunder is my name, never many came. I embrace the moon, I embrace the sun, I embrace all things, each and every one. I embrace the sea, I embrace the sun, I embrace the shine surrounding everyone. Thunder is my name, the sound of water one. It is the message surrounding everyone. When you hear my name, know I am the one to remember same, calling everyone. Thunder is my name, calling everyone to remember same, the message has begun. Each and every one, all becoming one, in the wonder and the glory of the precious Son. Jesus is my name, ever always same. The thunder is my passing in this earthly game. Thunder is my presence, showing you your shame. Who can bring those blessings in this earthly game? All of knowledge old, for those not of bold. Thunder is my name, who can say the same? We're passing that information on. This is Ariel. The presence is about to be felt by everyone, each and every one. As he says, I embrace all things, each and every one. The importance of this is what you call to acknowledge the Son, S-O-N. Peace and mercy to all beings as this expression has begun. Peace and mercy to all beings as this expression has begun. Peace and mercy to all beings as this expression has begun for each and every one. Always remember same, thunder is my name. My mommy gave me same, never many came. The presence of this force is going to begin to be felt in the bones, particularly in the hips, as it starts moving up. The vibrations of the tone of your name is the recognition of yourself and what you term this earthly game. You have forgotten who you are. Now's the time to remember same. Remember the I am presence of yourself, the soul forces that are in your chest, the pyramid of force. I suggest everyone contemplate a meditation about your household, where you have a four-sided pyramid descending above your house for protection. The sides of the pyramid reflect any negative energy. Push it away so you can't be embarrassed. The necessity of this is important entities. You're working through what we call spiritual dynamics. Part of it is to forget yourself, and part of it is to remember yourself, and part of it is to acknowledge the I am presence of yourself that is experiencing both conditions. You're in a peaceful manner, so to speak, in the presence of yourself. The necessity to understand that is going to be important, because right now the energies of confusion are rampant. Everyone's talking about everyone else instead of acknowledging the presence of themselves and the dignity of themselves and the performance of their duties, as we call the performance of your duties. Parents take care of children. Parents take care of the animals. Parents help educate. Yet the education process has gone away. You're seeing the influence of the negative entities coming to you to cause confusion. You can feel it in your body. You can feel it in what you term the presence of the atmosphere around you. Everyone's becoming allowed to become more sensitive, and it's affecting the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is the base of the soul, which is the presence of yourself in you, in the dynamics of the human condition. So you have a performance capability in this realm. It's now time to remember peace to all beings. It's also time to remember mercy for ones that don't know. You're in a chaotic change now, and the chaotic change is toward peace in a loving manner. And the violence and the arrogance is coming up. And those that don't know how to maintain peace, they don't know how to understand what a prayer is, number one. That's why it's important to know what prayers are for. That's why it's important to understand the biblical references to the phenomena of life here, particularly Psalm 6, as I've mentioned before, because it asks for the enemies to be ashamed suddenly, not damaged, but shame. And shame is a significant contributor to confusion here. You're seeing it in your media. You're seeing it. And what you are becoming aware of finally is you're feeling it also. And the media is giving confirmation of your feelings. The confusion everywhere running rampant on your world. The weather's changing. You see that. The swirling of the planet is slowing down. The winds are increasing. Nature is getting your attention. So you're going to need to understand you're communicating with nature. You're part of nature. You're a significant entity within nature that's important to stabilize energies. So I'm recommending now that you concentrate in meditation of a pyramid, four-sided, above your house. Notice the directions. One side faces north, the other sides will face east, west, and south, respectively. Be in the presence there for the protection that you're going to need. You're going to understand the confusion coming with this interaction now with your, extraterrestrial entities. Some are here to teach, some are here to assist, and some are here to create the confusion. You're seeing what is termed the entity Satan running rampant now. He's angry. Prayers are what you need to understand. The simple prayer of Our Father and the simple prayer of Hail Mary. They've been given for a reason. They've been given for a reason, entities, to understand you and your own spiritual self in the presence of yourself in the environment that you are at, not in the environment where you're going to be. You're here to transform these misguided forces in a manner so they can appreciate themselves with dignity. Right now, with your wars, there's no appreciation of the dignity of the consciousness of the human condition. You're playing games with each other. Each country has a different set of consciousnesses. That's why there's different countries. That's why there's borders. So you can accumulate the wisdom within one and move to another gently, not taking one to override another. You have to understand these things, entities. This is not the first time you've been on this planet. This is not the second time you've been on this planet. This is not the third time you've been on this planet. You have many, many lifetimes. That's the process of the learning experience. That's the process of remembering who you are and the dignity of self. And you've heard of this word called karma. That's what you're facing now as you understand what it is. You just pass it. How you say, open the door, reflect upon it, and ask for mercy. Ask for mercy. You've been heard of the Ten Commandments. That says, do not do this, do not do that, do not do that. Yet within the scales of justice, you have to go through, as you say, face Thoth and Anubis on the scales, and you'll say, I didn't do that, I did do that, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. That's your acknowledgement of the process of what you're understanding your spiritual divinity. You notice the size of the doors in the Temple of Luxor. They're huge. The beings were that tall to walk through them. You, compared to them, are just about the size of sitting next to an ankle bone. That's it. And these entities now are here to assist you in the understanding of your cosmic self, the divine self, the interdimensional self that's here to assist. You're here to assist. You're here to assist. Your mission on this planet is not so much a selfish mission in the manner it is, because once you've assisted, you've helped yourself. You're getting into this portion now where you can see the confusion without. And when you see the confusion without, you need to help to understand the confusion within. So you can, how do you say, assume a responsibility for yourself and the dignity for yourself in the presence of the self that you are. You have three forces within you, on the left and on the right and in the center. And in the center, within what you call your, going to have to say bones, but there's another instance there, is the dignity of the divine influence you are. You term it the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but there's much more to that. This Divine Mother is the one that passes the names and information on and the protection for you. She's manifesting herself now. And the dignity and the respect for women is going to be needed. And the dignity and respect for the male is going to be needed. And the dignity and respect for the Holy Spirit is going to be needed. It's going to need to be understood that you're in the presence of that force forever. You're not separated from it. You're within it. And the acknowledgement of it is your justification for yourself. And the argument of it is your justification for everyone else being not equal to you. You're all the same. You're all feeling the same. You all breathe the same air. You all drink water. And in the force of the water is the presence of the acknowledgement of life, of consciousness in this dimension more than you will ever know. The seas are raging. The storms are raging. It's now necessary to understand and ask for the presence for peaceful manifestation of the forces of yourself for the completion of your duties here, as you say, before you're passing to assume another responsibility, and to return or not to return. But that's not up to your decision. Your decision and the ability to return is based on your performance here now, not in the attacking of people or the attacking of anything. You should not do damage to others. And one of the main commandments has been, thou shalt not kill. In what you call the human condition. Why is it going on? Who do you think is going to answer to this? To the one that said don't do it. That's who you're going to answer to. And when you did it, you're not going to enjoy it. The presence of the understanding of what you did. And that's not just skirting killing. It's skirting all of the offenses against the laws of the Ten Commandments. Because they go back to Egypt and before, as you understand it, in the conclusion of what you call the performance of your spiritual dignity. You're supposed to know who you are, and you're supposed to know the presence of yourself and the presence of all beings, each and everywhere, and in each and every one. This is what's going on now. This is what you call the entrance into the tabernacle, basically. As the great dome that's protecting the consciousness of this planet begins to shift, you're going to have understand the expression that you're still a little one. No matter how old you are, you're still in your baby becoming in this consciousness in this 2018. And things are going to get even more dramatic. Prayers are what's going to be important. The prayer for yourself and the prayer for others, the begging for mercy and the peace to all beings. Peace to all beings allows calmness. Mercy requires you to ask for forgiveness for yourself and others. Though you have been damaged, you need to forgive, but it doesn't need to be not aware. In the forgiveness thing, there's a learning of trust. And sometimes you trust people you shouldn't have trusted. And that's the understanding of self and its, you call performance of its duties, within you call the consciousness of your people. The United States has a different level of consciousness. England has a different level of consciousness. Germany has a different level of consciousness. Libya, South America, all countries have a different level of consciousness within the great unit of mankind being present.